Hello everyone, here from Tamer Game Channel. Welcome back to the 1000 Week Reich and to my greater German Reich playthrough, where today, I don't know what year Hitler dies, but I guess we're approaching it rather quickly. Anyways, we're doing a military reformation. After decades of victory and peace in the German Reich, the military forces of Germany are getting more and more outdated day by day. Military system clearly needs some improvement, but the nation and high command might be against such a decision. In their minds, the German military system is perfect. Brought victory in the Eastern and Western Front. The government is divided on this issue, but a decision from the Fuhrer must settle it. Let's reform the military. It needs to be done. Right, it's mandatory membership. For too long, there have been millions of low-level functionaries and everyday citizens even that rub elbows and interact with our party on a daily basis, but are not even full members of it. Such a ridiculous notion. Okay, so we're going to sort that out. Do the Nazi constitution. Since gaining our power in 1933, the Reich has utilised the old... That's right, I need to take a drink there. Weimar Constitution adopted... Oh, a little fight going on. Adopted far back in 1919. While some further amendments have been added since then, it remains largely the same in structure. Casablanca. Morocco has just won their independence from Spain. Well done, Morocco. Nicely done. Einstein visits Israel. Okay, and Ethiopia is at war with Radio de Savoy is in Italian East Africa. Okay. I have a funny feeling Ethiopia is probably going to win that. People's victory in Sweden. I think we'll probably work on the SS rivalries next. Saying that I could also do the economy route. Maybe we actually finish all these focuses off before, but then again, not Hitler is dead, so maybe we can get through another batch. I think I'm going to favour Himmler for the time being. Mandatory membership. Mandatory party membership has been enacted for all of the Germans, and with all citizens, no matter young or old, now part of the NSDAP, creating a true national socialist state. When the party is integral to the nation, that is among the grandest of Germany's state-building achievements. Nice, good stuff there. Right, Nazi constitution. Main battle tank, way ahead of time. Might as well get extraction 1. Decisions. Establishing a loyal reserve. We'll do that. Free France joins the Accord. I'm not shocked by that. Not shocked by that one bit. Oh, we can have 2 industrial contractors. So you probably go for a refining one and also like a construction company. That would be the plan anyways. Alruin. Arthur Maria Revenel's latest movie, Alruin, has finally been released. The movie features a strange plot that most viewers enjoyed about the greedy Jewish scientist that built a beautiful Aryan woman. The Jewish scientist has corrupted her beyond the point of no return. She took her life in the name of Germany instead of being in the hands of the greedy Jew. This movie also claims to be fully based on a fictional novel published in the early 1910s. Okay, interesting. Maybe Italian West Africa won't lose us. The coffee business. Oh, Israel's getting invaded. Does Syria have a tree? The Bloody Tuesday in Italy. Why would you go for the isolate? No. Lufthansa announces expansion. Today, in a press conference, the proud German airline company Deutsche Lufthansa has announced an expansion to cover more airports around the world, including parts of India and a renewed route towards China. These newer, longer flights require refueling airports on the roads, giving the perfect opportunity to show the world the superiority of German engineering. Now Germans can easily travel to new destinations around the world. Testing the British. Okay, that is an interesting one. Death of Wiseman. Memorial Day. Remember the beer hall. Francisco Franco has died. Okay. So who's in charge of the Spanish now? Luis Carrero Blanco. Currently, the constitution which our regime lays upon is the old Weimar Constitution. While many of its terms have bent to suit National Socialism, the background is still prepped with idiotic ideas of freedom and democracy. Henry Goring suggested the possibility of drafting a Nazi constitution to forever uphold the teachings of National Socialism, with the potential benefit of forever enshrining the Fuhrer into Germany. However, after Bormann caught wind of these suggestions, he and his many confidants urged the Fuhrer to reject the attempts by Goring, stating that the words of the Fuhrer are already the foundation of the Germanic nation, and any formal documentation is an attempt of paving way for a future power grab, calling Goring out as a power-craving drug addict. I'm going to draft a new constitution. I didn't really want to choose either of those there, but the ruling position, finally within our laundry list of reforms, comes the ruling position of the Reich, the most highest office in all the nation, that of the Fuhrer. Our beloved leader has passed on, leaving behind him a Reich that seen brief instability but made a quick turnaround and continues to go beyond the mend. Of course, there lies the question, who's the most legitimate to inherit the position? Now, I'm going to be choosing one of two gentlemen. We are either going to have Goebbels take over or a Speer. And the reason for that is I'm quite interested and intrigued by the Spears-Goebbels victory and the forming of their bloc. And we'll definitely deal with Himmler and the SS. We'll get rid of them. So Joseph Goebbels, Albert Speer is going to be our leader. I don't know which one I'm going to choose yet. Führer's health declines. Simply cannot hide it any longer. The doctors failed to hide the true info on the Führer's health after Hitler suffered from a minor stroke. Führer was outraged after knowing that the doctors hid it from him, and ordered an execution for all the medical staff involved, but Albert Speer successfully camped Hitler down and prevented the removal of Hitler's entire medical team. Joseph Goebbels is struggling to convince the public that all is fine, and the Führer has faith in him. Oh, I don't know if he's going to be able to persuade the public that everything is okay, because it clearly isn't. We could actually do a party debate. This is all going to disappear once Hitler does die. US criticizes the Chinese intervention. Death of Wachowski. Oh, we've got a lot of work. Spying on leadership. Führer's going to resist Bishop of his trusted advisors. Oh yeah, I forgot we've done that. But we do have a lot of things we did. Victory for Zigarev. Konev's still here. I love his beard. It's a glorious beard. Today, Obergruppenführer and Secretary of the German Reich Martin Bormann was summoned by Herr Hitler to his palace in Germany. The administrative and military affairs have once more taken their toll in the health of the Führer, and the taste of the 1948 stroke and coma is still very well present within him. That is why His Excellency has considered delegating more power to the experienced and fairly young Martin. It would be a sensible and effective act for the good of his health and the nation. However, the fear that Bormann could be another von Tresckow or a traitor to Germany continues to haunt Hitler. Paranoid voices tell Bormann should be stopped from gaining yet more power. Yes, I'm going to trust my confidants. Alright, with that part of the tree done, let's go ahead and do the SS rivalries. Few could have expected a rivalry to develop in one of the most powerful organizations in the Reich. But strange times make for equally strange occurrences, it seems. Naturally, the two opposing sides are coalesced between Heydrich, the Reichskommissar of Gutenland, who favours his own model of the SS functions, which have served him swimmingly in pacifying the region for Aryan sentiment, and Himmler, the current Reichsfuhrer, whose doctrines have served him adequately thus far. Each man has fiercely entrenched himself in his own visions of how the SS should function going forward. It is becoming clear that only one shall prove to come out on top. Ultimately, however, it is the decision of Führer to give the ultimate favour out of both men. Well, to be fair... Oh! Hitler's successor. Goebbels now privately appointed successor. I'm going to appoint Goebbels. Matters of announcement. Let's just do it. We have the favoured candidate in mind. It's now up to the Führer to decide on if this information be made public or not. I think we should announce it. Might as well, because otherwise it's It's going to hurt us. Oh gosh, it already is. After some of the dogs of Fuhrer was able to formalize a backup plan to finally announce a successor, while the treatment was successful, it's clear that Hitler is nearing his death. Goodbye, stability. I feel like that would have just caused us more hassle if we hadn't have said anything, so... Goebbels has now been announced as the heir. Hopefully we can get rid of the SS rivalry. Damn, there's a lot of fighting breaking out. Which will be the case for, for all of the land in here. Volkswagen over 1 million models. I was going to say over 100 there. Great. Seems like Heidricker's one. Having a specifically more extensive into some extreme outlook of the SS functions. Yeah, no. I'm going to favour Himmler. SS infight and resolve. That could, it will do some good, like... It's not really hurting us too badly. The economic stagnation definitely is. That is minus 70 to construction speed. Oofed. Hella oofed. Vittoria Masalata. Lines led by donkeys. I love that name for that. The Adlai Stevenson inaugurated. Adlai Stevenson inaugurated. Is that the new... Yes. Exile of the Dutch government. Dutch government exile located in Indonesia has once again relocated in their base of operations. Its personnel and other members have been evacuated. Dutch colony to surname. Oh my gosh. You're not doing so good. Well, today is the 20th anniversary of the Match Tuberham. Just as people prepare to celebrate, a flood caused by a storm hit the coast of the Low Countries and affected thousands. Oh gosh, that's not good. I want to say it's 1954 that he disappears. Right, research. Let's just continue working on that. The Republic of Indonesia has peaced out with the kingdom. Which is an interesting turn of events. Right, Himmler's vision. The Reichsführer's vision of the SS is one of unwavering honour to National Socialism, loyalty and integration of true Aryan history and sciences within society. It was Himmler's own words that said, "My honour is my loyalty," and such words must be followed by every proud son of Germany who wishes to enrol in the Schutzstaffel. It is not entirely untrue then to say that such policy should not only be intensely practiced by organisations but by all citizens of the Reich. After all, it is not what the party teaches us. It should be only natural that we fully commit ourselves to it. We must craft a new vision for ourselves. Let us read upon the old mythology of Norse and pagan gods, who were true Aryans millennia before we recognise such. Let us throw out the antiquated sciences that still smell of degeneracy and archaic notions. For German people, every aspect of society should reflect as much. Okay. See, 810. The fanatical dictatorship has bumped that up as well. That is hella high because of it. Plus 55. Turkestan dissolved. State of Ethiopia has died, so Italy has managed to secure their interests. Prime Minister Gateskill. Okay, sadly I can't see. Fuhrer's health rapidly declines. During a typical day in Germany, the Fuhrer's personal servants realised that he hadn't left his room for hours, while none dared to enter without his summoning. Eventually alerted the Reich's First Lady, Eva Braun, of the situation. Doors were open and inside was the Fuhrer passed out. After a few attempts by the guards to wake him up, Hitler seemed to recover, quickly got back on his feet. Servants strongly advised him to seek treatment as soon as possible. However, to do this might embolden other leading figures in the state to launch a coup in a repeat of 1948. UN Vietnam resolution fails. Ceasefire in Vietnam, reaffirmed Vietnamese sovereignty, set out a roadmap for China's eventual withdrawal of military forces from the country. It was brought into assembly. There's little hope of this resolution passing, and now those hopes have been totally vanquished. With the Chinese exercising its Security Council veto rights to shoot down the personal proposal entirely. They're not even winning. Ho Chi Minh is gonna... I think he's gonna manage the hold. Which is rather embarrassing for the Chinese, because they've set up a Chinese puppet. Oh, later Syria is continuing to expand. Did I just see the communist state of India? I hope I didn't. That's going to make things interesting. Yes, the Communitarian Republic of India. Oh, they've actually got a tree. Ah, nice. Gosh, Syria is going in. 11 and 26. Oh. Today, the most powerful man in the world, and the man who has defined the last 30 years of history, Fuhrer Adolf Hitler, has perished. This month was a turbulent month for Hitler, suffering 2 strokes and having multiple heart attacks. Bloody hell. Thought to be the culmination of years of medical issues. Leaked reports indicate that he was eventually left weak and mostly unable to walk, stay in his private room, the Berghof, to rest and stay close to his wife, along with one of the best doctors in the Reich in the case of emergency. The area around the Berghof is locked down for many civilians. The German government has announced a period of national mourning for all of Germany for 1 month, while millions of others across the world will briefly celebrate the death of the man who brought so much suffering in his wake. And here we go. And that's been bypassed. And that's been cancelled. As we now prepare for war. Planning the funeral. To organise an unforgettable event to remember the Fuhrer, the German leadership must plan a grand funeral for the world to see. This funeral must be an event that would be remembered for 1,000 years and must be witnessed by the entire world to dignify our mighty symbol of National Socialism and Aryan superiority. But now German leaders put politics aside, working together as one to forever glorify their dearest Fuhrer. Wow. Just for them to then decide that they're going to make a massive, oofed. Kind of seen as refused their invitation, using non-sensual reasons to deny their attendance. Instead, they have sent us an obviously heartless video message expressing their fake grief toward the Fuhrer's tragic passing. Hitler's last notes. After a emergency meeting between high-ranking officials on how to handle the death of the Fuhrer, the inner party has presented a note regarding Hitler's desired successor to the council. After minutes of silence, a vote was held to install Hitler's personal designated successor as provisional leader of Germany, which was passed without objections. A new Fuhrer has been elected and will serve as the second Fuhrer from now on. No way. The German Civil War has been avoided. The Senate retires. Joseph Goebbels becomes leader of the National Socialist Party. Look at that. That is how you avoid the Civil War, boys. White Sea evacuated. Our Kriegsmarine base on the White Sea coast is now under severe threat from Bolsheviks in the region. While our assets are being transferred back to Germany, a token force of White Sea Fleet soldiers and sailors were left to be in charge of a protection zone in time to hold out against Red Army tide for as long as possible. Okay. Seemingly still disgruntled about Germany's success, the Italian government has ignored an invitation sent as a short, heartless message, but clearly product of a brief draft done by a lazy Italian fascist. Joseph Goebbels declared new Fuhrer. So it's a good thing we done what we done. Good. We took the stability hit and now we don't have to fight a civil war. While Germany has been engulfed by turmoil since the passing of Hitler, Joseph Goebbels has been declared as the new paramount leader of Germany by the government. While the press statements repeatedly assured the citizens of the government's stability, it's clear that the power struggle is still very much ongoing within the government. However, rather than tensions would spill over and cause the total collapse of Germany, it's a matter of hot debate. A debate which only time has the answers to. The new Fuhrer. Ah! Glorious. Okay. I don't think we're gonna get the block now, though. Bypass. Let's have a look at the man. There he is. The Spear question. Position of Spear. Let's do this. With Goebbels as leader, the question of Albert Speer's position in New Reich has been raised, with no one but Goebbels himself to decide his fate. Maybe we can still get the block. China accepts our invitation. Nice. Thank you for coming. Bonded by our relationship since the era of Weimar Germany, the Republic of China has accepted our invitation with the utmost respect. Chiang Wei-kuo and a group of ambassadors will attend the grand funeral and will attend several state visits activities to improve the relationship between China and Germany. Metropolitan terror attacks again, and it's Heroes Day again. I can't believe we've just managed to avoid the Civil War. Oh, that's good. We don't have to spend years actually recovering from it. Gosh, it's hard to realise what... Oh my gosh, yes, we're still working on that. We're working on that. Let's go for... strong. We may not have the condition to deploy a mighty fleet in the blue seas. Be sure to very close by means of literal warfare. Strong focus on cards and the support. Stronger naval opponent can focus trying. We'll go for a literal warfare thing. Ah! Yeah, let's end. Crush the Swiss terrorists. Rommel's speech. General Field Marshal Erwin Rommel made an appearance on a national television recently as the Fox of Ardennes. The German people admire Rommel and are relying on him for relief after the sudden death of the Fuhrer. Erwin Rommel gave a grand speech saying, "It's times like this, the German people will stand together as one." He also stated that if Germany bickered and disagreed on future political actions of the Reich, the nation would crumble. He urged the leadership to find solidarity and a common solution that would bring Germany out of the crisis. For a brief moment, a sense of unity could be felt amongst the German populace, a necessary distraction in such dire times. Thank you, Rommel. Thank you. Cambodian liberals win 53. Okay. The wife of the Fuhrer, Eva Braun, has asked the government if she could make a speech in memory of the Fuhrer's tragic death. While major national symbols such as Erwin Rommel are listed as speakers on the schedule, Eva Braun was not planned to appear during the funeral. While some figures have argued that letting Eva Braun to speak on behalf of the Fuhrer would destroy the Fuhrer's image in the eyes of Aryan women, some have also advocated that Eva Braun is the best remaining symbol of the Fuhrer in flesh and blood, whom can serve as an effective speaker to bring Germany together. Yeah, I'm going to let her speak. Why wouldn't we let her speak? Unless she causes chaos for us. Oh no. Oh, Reichskommissariat Moskauen still blew up. Okay, that's not good. We need to start preparing for our eventual conflict with them. Then again, our army's actually fully, sorted. In memory of Germany's fallen Fuhrer, Adolf Hitler, Germany witnessed the biggest public event in its entire history. Started by a military parade performed by the elite SS Panzer Grenadiers, followed by a 4-hour-long orchestra performance. Jesus, 4 hours. Adolf Hitler's funeral was held in the heart of the Volkshalle under the guard of the Inner Circle and loyal bodyguards. Attended by tens of thousands of Germans, Germany was reportedly overcrowded by mourning Germans. Amongst the dozens of Germans, the only few foreigners attended this grand funeral. Oh, only a few. This event quickly became a television banger, with the voice of Joseph Goebbels echoing throughout the world in the form of his patriotic speech, which lasted for upwards of 10 hours. For now, Hitler's body will remain in Germania. Okay, during Eva Braun's speech in the Fuhrer's funeral, she commented on the current events occurring within the government. She voiced her minimal support for Speer, stating that he was a dear friend to the couple. Eva Braun also mentioned that with Hitler's personal relationship with Speer that close, Speer is undoubtedly one of the most trustworthy person within the Reich. The speech alarmed certain political figures. Albert Speer has denied any claims that he has plotted this event with Eva Braun. Okay, but we're about to deal the French Revolution. Oh gosh. Everything's going to blow up around us now. Oh no, we've been kicked out of here. That's fine. Grain crisis in the Ukraine, that's concerning. That's very concerning. I think what we'll actually maybe do is we'll set up a couple of wee fronts. That's not what I meant to do. Now, who owns this? Okay. Caucus and Chaos. Wish them luck. Yeah, this is... Can I send... Oh my gosh. I was gonna say, can I send volunteers? Nope. Oh my gosh, our glorious empire is crumbling apart. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. Oh, this is not good. The end of the French unrest. Okay. Charles Nogues. Okay. Surprisingly, our suppressing tactics in the Ukraine has backfired. Okay, not good. We're just... On the plus side, we're not having a civil war, so we can't really complain. We've managed to resolve that peacefully. We still have the some issues to deal with, but you know. Another attempted terror attack by the Swiss. Sorted. Requires light gather enough support. Germany is ready. It is time. Time for what? Germany announces total war. Spear economics, we can't do that just yet. The Wehrmacht, military reforms, total warfare. Oh my gosh, more wars, civil war in Western Russia. The Kriegsmarine. That gets rid of oversized Kriegsmarine, that's fine. Nazi recruitment system's gone there. Ah, damn it, we're going to be doing total warfare, aren't we? Saying that, that's not too bad. That gets rid of overgrown officer corps as we do the high command purge. Okay. Third Spanish Republic DNA structure discovered. Oh, that's cool. Third Spanish Republic. Subsidized banana export. Yeah, they're probably going to unify with a lot of these guys if the Red Armies win. Mayday! The Albanian Revolution now. Oh my gosh. People's Socialist Republic of Albania. Maximus Leninist. Oh no. Okay. At least Heydrich's still down there. Into the terror cells. Yes, that's good. Stability. We need stability. While the Spear Goebbels bloc is a product that secured the much needed political stability for Goebbels, it is becoming a larger obstacle for effective administration. Albert Speer was promised high position of power and a certain amount of influence under Goebbels' leadership. Speer has proven himself to be an effective minister. However, he is regarded as a flawed individual with faulty concept of National Socialism, holding beliefs that are polar opposite of what Goebbels believes in. While Goebbels can indeed uphold his promises, he can also ignore these promises and assign Speer to some unfavourable minor position within the Reich. No, I'm going to assign him as economic minister. We're going to have them both chilling and sticking around. Where is he? There he is, Albert Speer. Construction magnate. Right, I think what we'll do is the Aryan goal. The task. Savior of the Aryans. Interesting little thing there. Unlocks decisions on Goebbels' projects. I am very interested in that. I think what we do want to do is... Actually, how do we get rid of the sluggish economy? Economic stagnation, rather. Economic stagnation. Goebbels' economics. I think we have to do this, doesn't it? Yeah, we have to do that before we can do the economics. Oh, because we have to be at war. Unless reunite the Reichskommissariat decisions. Modify German culture. Labor camps. Greater German. Ah, there we go. That gets rid of the economic. Right, okay, we have a lot to do then. Maybe we do actually want to try and just get through this as soon as possible as part of the treaty. The coronation of Elizabeth II. Maybe we do want to get through this as soon as. A lot of it's 56 days. All of it's 56 days, near enough. A couple that are shorter. But, I think we need to get through it, to be fair. Right, Manchester. Let's bask independence. Okay. I love how things are continuing to kick off and I'll just be like, oh yeah, we're just chilling. Not in a completely stable position, but like I keep saying, at least we haven't had a civil war. Right, who's going to be our other field marshal? I think we should go for... Oh, Gunther von Kluge. I was gonna go with Rommel, but I feel like you are even better than Rommel. I don't know why you're so, like, looks like his face is, like, glowing. Go ahead and do that. We'll also need to sort out templates. I'm not going to use Mountaineers. Got a lot of templates to sort out. I do really want to get to war economy as well. That will help us out. Jump. We'll do that. Yeah, that's looking good. I can't believe you can actually avoid a civil war. I thought it was always going to happen. I thought it was always guaranteed to happen. But that obviously is not the case. Air support. It's air superiority. We'll get that. We'll get the formation flying. Fanatical nations done. Honor Aryans revoked. Research speed -3, war support +10. The grand goal, I need all of the following. So let's do absolute resistance. Division defense on core territory +10. Resistance growth speed in our states occupied by the enemy +30. Damage to enemy garrisons in our states occupied by the enemy +30. If an enemy is to reach German soil, resistance is the only solution. Resist until the enemy is destroyed or every man, woman, and child is dead. Okay. Interesting kind of look on that. But immortalize Hitler. Okay. Dr. Joseph Goebbels is a ideologue, a fanatical believer of traditional National Socialism. However, his definition of National Socialism meant the doctrine of total war, a belief that the Reich must be in constant military struggle against the corrupt world. While the doctrine might be unpopular, Joseph Goebbels has mastered the skills of indoctrination and enlightenment, gradually gaining support for his total war while enacting policies based on personal preferences. Mediterranean Union. Federica Montseny. Okay. The Nordic question. Hourly broadcast. Let's do that. And I also want to immortalize the Fuhrer. The Eternal Fuhrer. Words such as faith and belief are often used by religious authorities, ones that Joseph Goebbels has despised. But there is one exception, the total devotion towards Adolf Hitler to the level of religious status. In the past weeks, Joseph Goebbels has ordered the construction of a great number of Hitler shrines around Germany, encouraging his citizens to outright worship Adolf Hitler and the National Socialist Revolution, branding items such as the Blutfahne as borderline sacred. While intently not an attempt of forming a new religion, the style of Hitler worship is more fanatical than the one seen during Hitler's regime can certainly be described as the Goebbels' very own non-religious religion of the Reich. Oh, well, that gives us political power gain of 0.5. National Spirit Glorious Fuhrer as well. 10 stability, 10 war support, and 100 political power. Nice. Let's do the Nordic question. In the future, Nordic will certainly become an integral part of the Greater Reich. The Ministry of Occupation has drafted a special project in the case of total Nordic occupation. The Ministry suggests that different Nordic countries should be put together into one administration with the name of Nord Europa, set with the task of unifying the Nordic people with the sole goal of guiding them towards the embrace of Aryanism. While this plan is expecting an easier and more centralised way of governance, the effectiveness of this body might be limited. We will enact this plan. Nice. And we cannot do any more right now. But okay, and I think that's where I'm going to leave that episode. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And next time we'll, I guess we'll continue to work down here. We definitely want to ignite. Got enough support for the policy of total Krieg. Total war. That is definitely going to be interesting when this kicks off. I don't know what it means by Germany and it's a total war. It's going to be interesting. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care. Cheers, bye. The now.